Yes, you are. I could not read you telling me that I'm muted because I've been telling you I can't see the chat because I've been cleaning my glasses. Welcome, guys. Today we are working on the upcoming release for my PoE2 filter and FilterBlade. We've put a lot of work into this release. Everything is needed prepared. We are currently testing, refining, and doing the last updates. It is going to be released tomorrow evening. Yeah, on the stream today we'll be working on FilterBlade. The filter is mostly done. I'm still doing some fine tuning and adjustment here and there, improving the leveling section a tiny bit, but you know, it's mostly done. And of course, as with most things, when it comes to software, while this is going to be a kind of a release version, it definitely will get more improvements and updates over the coming weeks and months and days, depending on how urgent those are. But I am happy to actually go for a full release tomorrow already. It's gonna come in full force, so that means we're talking about 7 strictnesses, the dark mode style, custom sound style, support for syncing and downloading on FilterBlade, potentially auto updater support, subscribe style filters on the PoE2 item filter ladder, full tiering for every single unique currency and other item in the game, FilterBlade support, and a lot of other things. Speaking of which, today we are looking into actual item filter stuff. Hey CDR. Today's stream is actually best done with viewers because we'll be looking at structure and descriptions today. That light above your head is shining directly into the camera, by the way. There is no light above my head. This light back there is shining down. There's no light above my head. It probably looks like that. I think it's this light. Give me a second. How about this? There's a line in your forehead. Yeah, I see what you mean. Is it this line? The line on top of the shelf, really? That's annoying. Alright, this is making it slightly better. It's making it slightly better. I know the line is still there. I think we might have to deal with this at this point. Right, let's start. So today we are doing, I'm actually super tired. I've been doing normal work, then FilterBlade work, and adjusting filters pretty much all day. So now we're just doing easy stuff. Or is there something on the lens? I'll give it a try. I think the lens is clean. Maybe it's reflecting off the glass there. It's fixed? Wow. Maybe it was something like a cat hair. Right. This is the upcoming version of FilterBlade. It's not quite done yet. Pretty much the only thing that still needs to work are descriptions and structure. However, descriptions and structure are very essential to making FilterBlade look good. Yeah, so you can switch between PoE1 and PoE2 modes. These are my PoE1 filters for testing. These are my PoE2 filters right now. I can ask to create a new filter. You then open this window. Here you can select a strictness, very similar to how you're used to in PoE1 if you've replayed it. You can go through the overview. It's not quite done yet. That's what we're going to be doing today. You can select the styles. Right now there's just a couple of styles here. I need to add the descriptions there. There's the basic styles right now. There's normal. And you can also switch it to dark mode, which is slightly different and visually quite pleasing, I think. Alright, and then you get to, of course, you can use the loot simulator to simulate how the drops look like, or you can customize things on the customize screen. Here you can pretty much change any aspect of the filter. You can change the tiering of items. You can just enable, disable items really quickly. If you don't want to do anything advanced, the easiest thing you can go is like go through these sections and click the ones you don't want. Like you don't want to see this here, fine, disable it. You don't want to see low gold piles, disable it. You don't want to see whatever this gold pile is, disable it as well. We need to adjust all the names because these are kind of just pretty bad right now. Right, this is where we'll start. Alright, so I'm gonna open this on the screen here. I'm gonna move this here. So this way we can go through FilterBlade right there. We're gonna hide pretty much everything on this screen, and we're just gonna start by seeing what we can improve in the option file. This is pretty much the file that creates this definition. Everything here, the visuals, the structure, is all generated through this file. Of course, this file is kind of like a high-level abstraction. It's a lot of code in the background that allows this file to be passed, and the whole logic of it is not inbuilt. This is the point of this sort of abstraction, but still. Let's start. We kept the campaign let's rename that. We can call it something like campaign overrides. So we can look into that. And we can already see it. This is campaign overrides, and we see the names there. Regal tier currencies, transmutes augments, wisdom scrolls. Yeah, this doesn't look good. We need to rename this a little bit more.
Glorious.
Let's rename it to Wisdom Scrolls Act 1. Neros, thank you so much for the sub. Okay, campaign overrides, Wisdom Scrolls Act 1. Maybe let's swap those out. Doesn't make much sense. Well, it does kind of. This is how I see the other one. Transmutes, augments, regoats here. How do we call this tier where there's a regal orb, a lesser jeweler orbs, and artificer's orb? Not even sure how to describe it. You know, no abstractions here. Good enough. Campaign overrides, transmutes, augments, wisdom scrolls, Act 1. And then we have wisdom scrolls later acts. That's fine. Now we can do emotions. We can also add delirium, catalysts, breach, essences, and we have omen. Ritual. These are pretty much endgame stuff, I think. But it should be fine. General currency. You have other currency. Campaign and exotic currencies. Let's put it this way. Okay, this should be fine, but not be perfect. You might need to add like additional descriptions there and stuff like that. But I think it's still fair enough. I don't think we necessarily need to do everything there. We can add a tiny description when it comes to gold. Description. Gold can be hidden and will still be auto picked up if you walk nearby. If you walk next to it. Alright, so then we have the gold piles themselves, and you probably should define them. They have gold pile medium, and this is for campaign and for normal. I messed something up. Gold bar gigantic, large, medium campaign, medium endgame. Where are the descriptions? Okay, so we're lacking this. Okay. Pretty much can directly adopt these descriptions. T1 uniques are always inexpensive and lucky find. T2 uniques are always fairly expensive, but can be even more valuable with some lucky rolls. The filter can't distinguish yet. It's the chew part. These are highly roll dependent. Early leak unique. And then we have the hideable uniques, low value. These are worth very little. And then we get to the multi-tiers. Multiple unique should have the same base. And finally, we have the boss drop. Let's see, customize, uniques, and now we have all descriptions there, right? These are not incredibly useful, but it's nice to have them. If someone opens these and wants something to read, I think some people do like it. There's a bit of a description of what does this do. Getaholic, no news regarding CS. Or the borders. Hey Bunny, how are you? I hope you are being less tired than I am. I am so looking forward to finishing everything today and tomorrow because, yeah. Tomorrow evening, once everything's committed and if it runs halfway stable, I'm looking forward to pretty much doing minimal work on Sunday. Waiting for surgery. Oh, the one you told? When is it? 2 months. I see. Okay, that's still some time. Super sorry to hear that, man. That sounds really bad. Is there a single global T1 drop? Yeah, there's a few. There are a few T1 drops there. There is the Alpha Skull. There's the Headhunter. Oh, it's not T1, right? There's Queen of the Forest. I think the Surrender Shield is global. And I think something else, there's some belt. There's not a few, but there's some. Alright, let's confirm that it's working. Alright. So this marks the T1 section as finished. I think this is perfectly fine. Then we get to chancing, and then we have the chancing basis in the description. I do think I want to describe what can be done there.
Glorious.
Chancing bases normal rarity items that have a small chance to turn into let's go with a different approach. You can potentially turn a normal item into a unique using a orb of chance. The chances for that to happen are slim, especially when trying to hit a super rare unique. Still, it's the only use of chance off, and it can be pretty thrilling and profitable to hit the lottery. The following section suggests potential chancing bases. Peter, thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Have you written the parser for these option files? Yep. For the whole filter project, I have written a whole bunch of. I have multiple domain languages. I think 3 in total. I have one language to control the loot generation, one language for filter creation, and one language for the FilterBlade customizer. Chancing bases on normal rarity items disappear when you use Orb of Chance. The game was strict from the start. Why is that? What's the difference between just defining them as JS objects? You could technically do that, but quite frankly, in order to define, as you may see, there's just a huge amount of properties per individual like tier list, and yeah, per individual tier list. Of course, I could design some sort of abstraction for that and use a whole bunch of methods and then add them together and so forth, but it feels like at this point most of the things I would be writing, even with a lot of abstraction, would be pretty verbose. I don't think this is a very easily scalable concept. On top of that, it will have some effects on things like loading time, experimentation, PRs and stuff like that. Sure. I'm not saying it's not a pass, but from my experience, having highly specialized domain languages for highly specialized problems is a quite powerful way to work with it, as it allows you to define grammar that is very specific to your problem. No, it's honestly what I did. I would say my pass was an insane pass. I think the reasonable pass is what you are suggesting. I wouldn't recommend most people to take the path we've taken because, first of all, I very much enjoy developing domain languages. B, this is a hobby project, so we can afford doing weird stuff there. I think for most reasonable projects, however, you do not want to use a domain language. A domain language is a language that is specialized on solving a specific problem. Here's an example. Let's say the note notation that you're using to play music is a domain language. And then if you would translate that into guitar chords, you would have a domain language for guitar chords. The filter file that is used in PoE is a domain language. Those are like tiny grammars designed to solve a specific problem. For PS5 too, you know, over the past days, I've been pretty much answering this no every single day, but today I might actually say yes. So it's kind of like a yes with an asterisk, but it seems the GGG is re-enabling the APIs for profile filters, so it's not quite working on PlayStation yet on Xbox, but it's working on GeForce Now. If you can log on a PC, you can actually get it to work on a PlayStation right now, but I think they need a tiny bit of a patch to get it to work properly. You're very much welcome. Hope you enjoy my work. All right, let's look into that. So we have the chancing bases. The following section suggests potential chancing bases. Let's also put a BR there. Only non-boss drops can be chanced. It's kind of ugly. But it can profitable if you hit the lottery. The following section suggests potential bases. That's fair. Okay, then we get to gems. Max level, level 20. Random gem drops in maps. Endgame. Random gem drops campaign. Yeah. Thank you again, Sanyax. Thank you. Alright. Runes. It's a bit weird. We have the socketable thing, and we have runes, soul cores, and jewels. I don't really like the jewels here. I think we should probably... we could probably treat it differently. Socketables and runes. No, socketables and jewels. Runes, soul cores, jewels. Jewels don't feel like they should be there. But... I'll actually the jewel section. Okay, you know what? We're gonna move it. Okay, does it work? We have jewels there, right? Other items. It's not endgame specific, so it's just a random drop, right? Maybe we can move it to Misk then. This needs an icon. Exotic base is very exotic. Yes, let's move it. Non-unique diamonds. Also add the title there. And then we have the unique exceptions. Major Emeralds, welcome guys. We are working on the FilterBlade update that is coming out tomorrow. Yeah. I hope you're doing well. That being said, I do need a very short bio break. I'll be back and then we'll proceed working on it. We are currently working on the FilterBlade customizer. There's a lot of things to improve. See you soon. All right, we're back. Runes and soul cores. I don't think we need the description. I actually forgot the... But I got popcorn and I have some iced tea here. The blueberry iced tea. I don't think it counts. I'm so wasted right now after the whole last days of doing the whole filter dev. It's been overtime without end. So first of all work and then the whole filter development. But you know, I want to get this out this weekend. Geocitadel, don't you dare. So, runes during campaign. It's fine. Then we get to soul cores. I don't think soul cores need anything special. Do you get money if you use bits there? Answer is probably yes. Also, I have no idea how you made this rainbowy text, but I do like it. I do not know. Quite honestly, because bits. Quite honestly, I don't know how much money bits translate into. I can look it up, so. Which bits do euro pay out? Let's find out. Monkey bits. I'm not sure if not sure if the Twitch part there is already calculated. But thank you for using your rainbow chat. It's appreciated. How much does the rainbow chat cost? We have these rune functions here, right? And at this point I can actually do something like area level here. Alright. This is something we couldn't do in the previous iterations of FilterBlade. It's kind of like a new nice thing we can do there. Okay, let's just try it out. So I'm gonna set the area level to some high level there everywhere. So now runes should not drop during maximize it. So the campaign rules don't apply. Now if we use the search and to use, oh, great, there are some issues there. Okay, so this is unfinished yet. Then we'll need to just spam it. I don't know, they might be already getting hidden. I mean, we can build them. Okay, so it gets hidden this way. Interesting. Thank you for the bit usage. Damocles, thanks for the kind words. The filter I'm building is in the end open source, and the usage of the filter is also open source. It's all under MIT license, so you are allowed to do whatever you want with that. However, the website source code, well, you have the minified code, of course, is not open source. This is because I don't want copycat websites, phishing websites, or security issues. It is not common for people to, yeah, it's very, so I think publishing website open source code is usually a mistake. Okay, we have these, that's fine. Unnamed custom rules. Highlight specific bases. Unnamed custom rule. Quickly highlight bases by adding a custom rule. If you need more found options, there's a lot more custom rules low in the customizer. It should work. Okay. Augment the filter with entirely new rules such as hide all belts, highlight all judge. Yeah. Gemini close. Okay. So let's improve the styling here a little bit. I don't think this should be dropping. This should be fine. Then we have the decorators. This is a mess. So this is clearly a mess. Let's add a description. Decorators are special rules. They change an appearance of certain items without deciding if the item should be hidden or shown. They allow highlighting certain properties on gear. I suppose you can add a few decorator sections. Endgame rare decorator. You'll just start rare item. Decorators rare items. You can try this sort of nuanced way to describe them. You know what? Actually, I want to throw this medium-sized decorators out. This is just like saying no decorators. Oh no, I messed something up. What did I destroy? Uses the semicolon. Yeah, it's not technically correct. Then we have the normal crafting stuff, right? Yeah, this looks good. Okay. Yeah, the auto updater will likely. So this is something I'm not exactly sure about, simply because we haven't tested it enough. I do think the auto updater will work tomorrow, but it might not. It might take a while. You should be able to use the auto updater as a transmuter support already. Also for PoE too. I mean, the auto update thing is a neat little feature without being too impactful. Frankly, I have basically designed the system in a way that it's a little bit easy to trivialize that, and this is also fine. I think this is also kind of the spirit of PoE. So for instance, wait, you can set up your filter on FilterBlade, that you can set it to auto load and set a quick save like sync. And then when you load FilterBlade, this is all you need to do to update your filter. You just, so here's what I'm doing. First, I'm loading FilterBlade, right? Let's count it as one click. You have to load FilterBlade. You have to like some bookmark, and then you have to click quick save. That's the second click. This is all you need to do. You also need to restart the game, which I'm not counting. So, oh, actually, the rare pop in different direction. That's different things, though. You can basically quick save and update your filter. You still need to visit the website, but the problem is if you want a filter that has your own changes and your kind of own custom economy settings and rules and stuff like that, we can't just update every single filter in the database every couple of hours. This is a great way to go bankrupt. This is just way too costly. A filter update is not trivial, especially when it comes to like merging custom rules, and several users have like thousands of rules, and then you can have thousands of, well, 100,000 of users, each of them having one to multiple filters. Each of those guys can have a whole bunch of rules, and this needs to be updated like every 4 hours. And very quickly you get into a kind of complexity problem. However, if we are basically offshoring most of the calculations on the client side, which we do, this allows us to basically make the quick save very, very simple. Since kind of the internal deal is that I'm trying to look at, if you want to be a free user, sure, go for it. But you might be seeing some ads. If you want to support us, that's also fine. Kind of the website either gives us a little bit of money with ads, which pays for the website, or you get the auto update, but then you get the auto update. Okay, then we get to the base type matrix. And here's actually getting a little bit interesting because this is one of the core tools on FilterBlade, and it's a little bit tough to explain what it does. So we're going to go instantly with the harder part of the base type matrix. And I would actually like your feedback to know if you understand what I mean. So the base type matrix is split into two parts: the tiering and how and if an item is highlighted. So the tiering decides what is highlighted, the visibility describes how and is highlighted. Right, so what you can do there is you can select the base type that is interesting for you. Let's say you're playing a monk, you want to see more quarter stapes. So what you can do is move a bunch of these quarter stapes to a higher tier. So for instance, you want to see more expert items, so you can move them to a higher tier. So you can click the tier 1 and then just click items that you want to move out. So something like that. This kind of moves a lot of the bases into tier 2 and tier 1. Right? But this doesn't actually tell you if an item is shown or not. This is controlled up there. Now this matrix is shared for all of these rules. For instance, if you want to see only the tier 1 normal and magic items, you can just deactivate these, and now you will only see the tier 1 magic and normal items. So only these ones. Everything else, if it's more normal magic, will not be shown. You can also modify the rares. So we know the steps we want are mostly tier 1. We can go into the rules tier 1 and modify if you want to only see it if it's item level 82 or not, can get the top mods, or if you want to just see it all the time. So here we could, for instance, choose to deactivate all other water states. Yeah, this is basically how the section works. It allows you to do modification to the whole tiering list. Alright, I'm gonna take another short bio break. I'll be back soon, guys. Then you'll proceed modifying and renaming things. See you soon. Okay, and we are back. Right. So the decorators are a little bit better there. I do want to modify the text a tiny bit still. If item is at level 81 caster item, ring, amulet, or belt. Hello there, Tyranid, welcome. You seem pretty fine for an alien. If the item has 10 quality, if the item has 10 quality, I think the... no, okay, the second one is wrong. Okay, and now you can control visibility and the tearing, right? This is already something I've reworked plenty, so I'm pretty happy with how it's working. We can also add this sort of button. Where's this come from? In period 2, new endgame bases, new items start dropping once you push into higher waystone. The tier list is designed to always to highlight the most relevant bases in the current waystone. Tip: you can enable, disable all rules in that section by right-clicking it. Let's merge those. The new filter will be out tomorrow night or tomorrow evening. Here we have Flasks and charms here. Other endgame items. Flasks, charms. Okay, but this part is actually finished, right? So we went through all of that, and this part is now properly explained. Okay, flasks and charms. Yeah, the naming is really bad. High quality, top quality. Thank you, Zoe, for the naming. It's fine. Let's improve that. They still have done some really good work there. Debating starting a solo play Summonerage. I recently started Self-Found Hardcore, and I'm gonna proceed playing it over the next days once we're done with the core filter stuff. That's actually really fun. Quality top, right? They have this. think this should be hidden appropriately early. Strict, over strict. I want to play with wife, but I don't want to blow past her. Yeah, that's good. I have a character like that as well. I've recently found that you have DeviantArt. Welcome, brother. Brother. DeviantArt is indeed one of the most joyful things of playing The Witch. In fact, I probably wouldn't even continue playing The Witch if it wouldn't be for DeviantArt. In my next life, I want to blow up corpses. Yeah, it's silly, right? It is really, really fun. Also, why is it's not even live? It's early endgame cloud. Hey, Thomas. So it is respectable. Then we get to the charms. Handpick item level 83 plus charms. A random item level 83 plus charms. Quality top. Drink it. Or drink. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. You're welcome. You're very much welcome, Karaka. Oh, that's hard to read. Hydrate, good point. We have some blueberry icy here. Okay, waystones. First of all, we need to resort this. Enchanted also counts for enchantness is corruption, implicit, or delirium. Then we have corrupted with 7+ mobs. Any corrupted, any mirrored. Oh. Delirium. Enchanted. Well, I did talk to the GG, and I don't necessarily reveal the results of such talks because this is kind of private stuff. But there's actually good news. They are implementing a short-term solution. And actually, this is the best solution that could exist. I honestly think this is probably the perfect solution. However, it's not quite functional yet, so I think it will need a little bit more time. I can't tell you what we discussed, but I can tell you what they did, which is, I think, much more important. So this is the PoE1 side. Now, PoE1 and PoE2 might have different sides, but PoE2 essentially right now always links to PoE1. So basically what you can do in PoE1 is you can upload filters to your profile. So in my case, I can go to my profile there and click on item filters. And you can see I have these filters there. And these filters are available in-game. So they're loaded not on my PC directly as a file, but they're loaded when the game starts via an API, more or less. So these filters are also available for consoles. The problem is this didn't work for PoE2 before. And this has recently changed. So if you go to item filters, you can see kind of this is the ladder of item filters. And you can now sort by game type, and you can sort by PoE2. And you can see for PoE2, you can now also see these filters, and you can subscribe to them. So you can go like to this filter for me, click on subscribe, and you get it. Now tomorrow I'm uploading my upcoming pool filters. I think this will actually be... Yeah, I'm uploading my upcoming pool filters. And then you'll be able to subscribe them here. You can already subscribe to any of these. And while I think it is not quite usable on console yet, I think right now, if you have them here, you still need to log onto PC. select them on PC, and then you can use them here. I'm not sure why. I would guess they need to still run a patch and they couldn't do it yet on console, but I think this will basically the solution you'll be getting soon. So soon you'll be able to upload any loot filter here, or subscribe to someone else's loot filter and use it in-game. I don't think I need so many tabs. I honestly have no idea if it helped. Gonna be quite honest with you there. Well, you know, I don't think it's. I don't know if it's just. I don't think it's our. Well, I don't think how much. Don't know how much credit we deserve for that. I try to pretty much vocalize the problems being out there, but I think GG was already knowing what was going on because there's like a 70-page long thread already telling that this doesn't work. But thank you for the kind words. How many pages do you have right now? 116 pages, right? Well, it's, you know, it's kind of like a hot topic, right? It's good that it's been addressed. Sure, you're welcome. Okay, special waystones, delirium enchanted, corruption with 7 mods, any corrupted, any murd. And then you get to the normal waystone progression. I've changed it a little bit, I wasn't quite happy with the previous one. Then we have decorators. Corrupt mod, what kind of decorator is it even? Corrupted mod. Is this too long of a name? Construct this. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for your kind words. Waystone decorators. Alright, so we have some decorators there. If the waystone is higher than the one you are in, you're welcome, Sublab. Here we have the map fragment there, the splinters, ascendancy keys. You're missing a wine waystone, vase stone. Yeah, you're right. Thanks. I wish you could code. It's interesting. You know, knowing something kind of takes the magic out of it, even if I'm still enjoying coding a lot. I think there's still magic for me in development. But essentially, coding in a way is not much different from writing a book in a very unique language. Yeah, writing the code isn't the hard part. writing good code and scalable code and solving hard problems. This is where the hard part is. So many people think that the writing is actually kind of the hard part, but not really. Okay, vault keys, pinnacle keys, logbook. Salvageable items. Can we maybe use a different naming here? Oh, whoops. I'm going to take another short break. Give me a bio break, guys. I'll be back soon. Right, we are back. So we have this new kind of format going on there. Wait, what is that? This can be merged, right? There's no real need to keep these non-merged. Okay, how many do we have? We have 8, I think, right? Okay, then we need 8 more. And we need to do the same here, right? So we're basically grabbing that and replacing the word rare with endgame. Or vice versa. Alright, so let's do that really quick. Actually, it wasn't bad. Alright, and then we need to modify both, right? So this is 0, 1, 2, no, 3. We keep deselecting them out because of 7. And instead of providing this information here now, I think we should be able to remove this anytime anyway. I think I can just tell something like one of these numbers, right? Or letters, rather. If I'm correct, this actually works. I believe I can remove this as well. Pretty sure this needs replacement with rare. Yep. So this now merges those two. Thank you all for the kind words, guys. Much appreciated. Right. I know this is not the most exciting type of work or theme work or programming work or filter work or anything, but this is the stuff that needs to be done in order to make the filter bit kind of more comfortable, right? It's working on the UI, descriptions, making things a little bit more comfortable. How do I... Oh. My internet dropped. Huh. Are you back? Are we back? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, my stream died for a second there. We are back, I think. Yeah, we are back. MB3, thank you so much for the bits. That's super nice of you. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was just your OBS has disconnected. I'm trying to reconnect. I do not know what happened. Okay, that is a terrible example of an item. Why is this Whomst has selected a jade amulet there? Well, it's not the end of the world, but it's definitely the wrong item. Is the jade amulet somewhere there? No, I don't even know where it comes from, but it's silly. Well, hope Bunny they will not turn you off. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, we're gonna skip campaign for a second there, because I do think this is not the most critical part right now. We should take a look at this later. We're gonna skip ahead to the MISC section, I think. Before that, let's commit this. Refining the option file. Alright, Bunny. Hope you get better. Yes, Monty. For once, the changed release date is a good one. Filter is coming out tomorrow. We are well on schedule, and while some things I can polish until eternity, but you know, it's coming out tomorrow. It is Sunday tomorrow for me. Well, let's put it this way. I expect FilterBlade to be out in the next 24 hours. Maybe less. Maybe like even 14 hours, maybe 18. I don't know. I still definitely need to do some work tomorrow. So I'm not rushing it. It might be late tomorrow. It might be even night. Who knows? Maybe it will be like even Sunday night. But I think like next 24 hours is a safe prediction. I define tomorrow as the time between when I'll wake up and I won't go to sleep for a while. So during this phase, this is tomorrow. All right, final sections. Jewels. I do want to look for a jewel icon. I think I have it somewhere. Give me a second. I'll find it. Let's maybe move this down as well. Exotic base and optional rules. Do you have information about the PS5 filter? Well, there's been some progress there. And I think there's been some progress there with the profile specific filters, but I think it will take a while until they fully functionally work on console, unless you have both a PC with PoE and a console, and you have a key on both. I don't think you can utilize that right now. I recommend looking at Reddit or the thread. There's enough talk about that right now. Are you using your own programming language or something like that for making filters? Yes, multiple ones actually. This is called a domain language. It's kind of like a mini language designed to solve problems in a more concise way. Because languages can be less or more adapted to solve a specific problem. For instance, the language of Mars is very much well adapted to work with numbers, but it isn't exactly quite as powerful when it comes to, you know, expressing human relationships, right? So it's not quite adapted to that. So in the same way, this language is very adapted to help with FilterBlade work. Now this is a bit of an insane approach because I don't usually professionally recommend you to build languages to solve problems, but it is fun. I think I'll leave them there. This is JS. Well, this language is compiled in JS. FilterBlade is pure vanilla JS. I'm very respectful for all programmers because I know how hard it is. I'm learning C# and Python for about 3 months, and I'm still feeling like I don't know anything about that. That feeling will pass. If you will spend enough time in the language, I guarantee you that feeling will pass. Same as with a normal language, at some point you become fluent and no longer think too much about the language. You will get to a point where programming feels a little bit like that. I promise you that. Keep at it, keep the programming often, and you'll become an expert there. And then you'll discover the truth. Most likely you discovered earlier. We talked about this before. Writing isn't actually the hard part. The hard part is knowing how, where, and when to write or not to write. A base type. Add additional show hydro, add base type flow, add a class. Okay, jewels. They have specials, relics, hint, exceptions. What are exactly the specials again? If you see any of these items, either you need to update your filter, or you screw it up. You have done some really big mistake. Yeah. But filter and review your changes. When should we expect tier item filters? I don't know. I don't think it will take too long, but isn't that the true state of programming? Either it doesn't work and I have no idea why, or it does work and I still have no idea why. No, I feel like, honestly, at this point, I feel like the true secret state of programming is something else. I wrote it, it used to work, but now I no longer remember why or how. I feel like this is the most common condition. Or someone has written this code and no one knows how it works. Sometimes I don't even remember why I wrote something. Sometimes I don't even remember that I wrote something. Especially when it comes to like year-old code. Sometimes I discover things and I'm trying to, and I'm seeing it like, wow, I thought about that back then. I can time out someone else with mochi coins. Um, I suppose. I'm not sure I actually ever done that, but I'm not sure you can tell who I will time out. I'm sorry, Spoof, I had you. And just randomly scrolled up and down and picked someone. You landed. Very hyped for learning programming languages. In my country, only about 1% people who are earning more than $2.5K are paid better than any other work. Well, being a developer is pretty good. There's a lot of advantages once you're past the shit zone. I think the one big thing I really just want to highlight here is just one thing I would like to note. Um, Programming can be very deserving and it can feel good at times and can at times be very rewarding and give you and offer you good jobs and so forth. But I want you to consider if you are the person who would actually enjoy doing this for a living. I think you don't understand that this is a feeling of basically staring at the code all day long while sitting in a chair and trying to understand why it doesn't work well, oftentimes looking into cryptic and weird stuff all the time. This is not something everyone enjoys. And I do need a short break. I'll be right back, so I have to take care of something. Yep. PSC sounds like they know what they're talking about. One thing you can also prepare yourself for, and this is kind of one of the hardest part, is as you become older, the need to learn will not become smaller. So you will be constantly needing to learn new languages, new techniques, new frameworks, new services, new approaches, and I mean the speed of development is pretty insane here. You know, like 10 years ago, barely anyone used cloud services. Docker was just kind of running up. Kubernetes wasn't a big thing. All of these things were kind of very, very different. Now, and people were like discussing about tool chains and DevOps. Nowadays, we have a totally different kind of worldview and approach to development. Unhighlighted endgame items, normal magic. Unhighlighted. Let's just go with remaining. Rares. Okay, so I'm okay with these rules. Also enjoying C# and Python, that's good. It's good that you're enjoying those. Okay, I think this actually covers it. I think we now have everything, the whole system done outside of campaign, which we'll be skipping for now. Does cybersecurity work with code a lot? It very much depends. There's a whole bunch of different fields in cybersecurity. Some of them work much more with data and analysis approaches. Others are much more theoretical. Why did I get a timeout? I'm sorry, spoof. You get the timeout because someone redeemed 10,000 coins to time out a random person for 10 minutes. You definitely did not deserve it. You just got unlucky. I'm sorry, mate. No, you didn't do anything wrong. You just got unlucky. I'm sorry. Now I feel even worse about that. You get to blame Douchebird. That was their point. I was just following orders. Right. You can't time out him, but someone else will get time outed. No targeted time outing. But there's a chance that it'll be them. I'm sorry about that. Alright, guys, I wanted to stream longer, but I am falling asleep. We have done actually most of the work. We have finished the whole customizer review with the sole exception of leveling. But leveling is something I need to take care of tomorrow a little bit more. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with that. I do think I will get some sleep now. Tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow we'll release the whole site, FilterBlade, the filters, everything will go on the ladder. All of the systems will go online. So yeah, I do want to take some breaks. Yeah, check out my Twitter if you need some updates. Check out my Twitch. You're here already if you want to know when I'm online next. Yeah, maybe that's good. I don't know. Do whatever you want. I'm very sleepy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for talking. Bye.